Hey guys, it's Jess from All Done Dancing. I'm trying to film this video like 75 times. Just wanted to check in because I haven't posted any new content in a very long time. The last video I posted was my national convention speech, which was pretty exciting. I looked forward to that for like a year, and that's super cool. I will let you guys know if I'm a speaker this year. I think it's in Arizona in July, so that would be cool. My friend and I are kind of planning a trip. If I am picked, we'll be going. But I just wanted to touch base and kind of say, like, I haven't been inspired or had the energy or motivation to make any video content or figure out how to make a website. I feel like I need to get my money back from that process, but I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, I just want to kind of touch base with people who watch this and kind of give feedback. Would anyone be interested in, I guess, how I'm trying to get fit and kind of stay on a healthier track? I'm definitely not somebody who commits 100% of her time to like eating super healthy and always working out. My goal this year, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just kind of, when I decide I want to change something, I change it. So in December-ish, I decided like now's the time to get back into working out. My legs are basically healed up after dealing with different like cellulitis, and mainly cellulitis. It just wouldn't go away, and that seems to be the case for me and probably some other people. So working out when your legs are sore is really uncomfortable, but then I tend to like eat a lot more when my legs are sore and I'm not as active. So things get worse when they're worse because I'm not as active and eating more. I seem to eat a lot of carbs in the winter, and that I love them. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying I eat too many and then I'm unable to be active because of my legs hurting or swelling for whatever reason they happen to be swelling. But I'm just wondering if anyone would be interested. I might film it tonight and just post it anyways and not wait for feedback, but here we go. So I think I might film myself like working out, like what I do to work out, and I'm not sponsored by anybody. So this is definitely like not paid advertising for anybody. It's just kind of what has worked for me over time. Since about the age of 18, I've been trying to keep like active and focus on stuff that, you know, keeps my body active, and I'm able to maintain things. Recently, for the past few weeks, I've been doing yoga once a week, which is very helpful for balance and strengthening your core, which is super important. As an amputee, you have a lot of core muscle strength that goes into like getting off of furniture. Generally just walking around, you need your core strength to kind of keep you upright and able to propel you forward. It helps strengthen your back, the balance with the yoga. I do like a slow yoga. So it's nothing like very quick, and it's about an hour, and it's very relaxing, and you just really focus on staying in a pose, which I'm sure people know what yoga is, but I'm just explaining, I guess, what I do. The person I go to is actually really nice. She kind of does it out of this church for like $10 a month or something, and it's just kind of pay as you go, which is nice. So when I'm not feeling up to it, I don't go. But she's really good about having like adaptive options. Last week I went, and the focus was mainly, I don't know, using like a yoga strap and different yoga blocks, but she also incorporated chair workouts. So maybe I can try to show some yoga moves. I don't know if that would be helpful to anybody. I also just do yoga at home. I watch yoga with Adrienne, and she has literally every combination, every situation you could possibly think of. She has a yoga for it, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out this hair. Beside the point. But I also, for the past couple of years, have used the 21 Day Fit DVDs. It's about 8 days of workouts, and they're different each day, and they target different parts of your body, which I find is really helpful. So let's see, this week I have done like a cardio workout and an upper body strength workout. Upper body, I have a lot of strength, but since I am missing a good deal of both of my limbs, my lower limbs. Ugh, the stupid screensaver always goes off. Okay, doesn't matter to you guys, but it matters to me because I can't see myself. Moving on. So this week I did total body cardio, and these 21-day fit things are 30 minutes of exercise, and the idea behind that is for 21 days you work out every day, and 21 days is, I don't know, it's scientifically proven, but you build a habit after 21 days and you're supposed to just be able to like maintain that afterwards. And it does really, it works for me. So find what works for you. If you're able to do 10 minutes of working out, if you're able to do 10 minutes of, I don't know, stretches or balance or yoga or Pilates, find what works for you. But I have spent the last 15 years of my life kind of just adapting different DVD workouts because the internet wasn't as popular. YouTube wasn't a thing yet, so I didn't have access to like YouTube videos, but I would find ways to adapt a workout to either me wearing prosthesis or me able to work out without prosthesis. And I guess this year I also got a Fitbit, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know if anybody does like Fitbit challenges. I don't know how that works. I don't know how to follow people on Fitbit, but if you find me, great. Right now my goal is to hit 5,000 steps a day, which doesn't sound like a lot. I know like the daily recommended step count is like 10,000, but I'm building myself up to it. I have a job where I'm either out in the community, which requires a lot of driving and sitting, or I'm sitting at my desk typing up case notes. So there's a lot of sitting, and I try to incorporate like walking around my office space a lot. Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out what works. The Fitbit has been really nice because I can see that my body, even if I don't get a lot of steps every day, I think I average between the 3,000 to 5,000 range right now. Some days I get like 8 or 10, and then the next day I notice I don't walk as much, but this video is so rambly, and I'm sorry. If you're still watching it, great! I haven't talked about anything for my legs in a long time, so this is kind of nice. With the Fitbit, I noticed that my resting heart rate is a lot higher than most people's like walking heart rate, if that makes any sense. So I've always kind of wondered, like walking with prosthesis, like how that's different from an able-bodied person who has all of their limbs and no like issues going on. But basically, as an amputee, your body works harder to do the exact same thing that somebody who is able-bodied is able to do. So me walking, typically, I think I've been in like the 100s of, my heartbeat has been in the 100 beats per minute range, whereas that is typically what it is for somebody like running or jogging. So me walking exerts the same amount of energy as somebody who is running or walking. If that all makes sense, awesome. It's been really fun. I really am into like the data side of things, and I get really excited. Like if I'm close to my step count, I try to just walk around my bedroom like back and forth while a TV show is playing. You don't have to do that. No one's holding me accountable to make sure I get my 5,000 steps every day. My goal right now is to get 5,000 steps 4 days a week, or have it like average out to that. Oh no, I have the hiccups. I always have something happening here. And I want to just kind of increase it over the year to see if I can hit that 10,000 step goal. I haven't figured out a good way to incorporate it with working. And when I'm done with work, it's a pretty mentally exhausting job being a counselor. So I kind of just want to veg out and do nothing. But if I can work out 4 times a week, I feel like that's a good place to start for me. And I'm able to hit my steps. Typically, if I work out, I'm able to hit my steps, and if I don't work out, then I notice I don't get to my 5,000 steps, if that makes sense. Wondering if anyone would be interested in kind of like a little challenge, like kind of keep each other motivated. I don't know how many people keep watching these videos, because I have been pretty inactive lately. Yeah, but fitness videos, adaptive fitness. I know there's an app. I can't remember if it's hanger specific or if it was amputee coalition specific. It was on my previous phone. a year ago, and it kind of just showed how you could do adaptive movements with or without a prosthesis. I didn't find it super helpful because I've already been adapting other workouts to my needs, and I've been an amputee since I was 2, so it's probably something I just naturally worked through instead of needing someone to show me, which I don't want that to sound like arrogant or anything, but since I was the only one in my town and only person I knew who had a physical disability like mine, it was just a lot of trial and error over time. Yeah. And when I was younger, I played like volleyball. I think that was it. Just volleyball. And I was more active. I like rollerbladed. I rode a bike. And now how my legs are made, I don't know. I don't want to rollerblade right now as like a 30-something-year-old woman. So I don't. And riding a bike, how my knees bend now, the left side is a mechanical knee, but it's not robotic. It doesn't like walk or bend on its own. So for me to propel myself forward, I have to hit my foot on the pavement or ground a certain way. Lost my screen again. And so when I'm riding a bike, I'm unable to do that, but I would be very interested someday to maybe get a bike adapted to my needs so I can propel myself forward. Riding a bike would be great. I live in a city that is really bike friendly. I think it's more bikes than cars at this point. But yeah, I feel like this year I'm more focusing on my general overall like well-being. Last year was focused on learning how to walk a new prosthesis and kind of getting the word out there about self-advocacy, if I can talk. Yeah, I don't have any, I don't know. No real updates on my prosthesis. They've been working pretty well. I did have some foam replaced in December, and at first they were just, I don't even know. I don't know if I should even get into it because it's not really that big of a deal now because I stood up for myself and said it was unacceptable for how they were going to return the prosthesis to me. So since I do have covers on my limbs, or my prosthesis, I call them my limbs because they're mine, I need them to walk. The person had ripped the foam away from the knee on both the front and the back, so there were just 2 gaping holes in the foam. Not cool. Like, I paid a lot of money to get these made, or my insurance did, whatever. They cost a lot of money. I want them to look a certain way. I wear, tight-fitting jeans. I wear tights a lot. There's a cat right here, always in my videos. Always, always, always. And it was just unacceptable. And that person kind of got upset with me that I questioned what they were doing. And I said, okay, here's what's happened. I fell down twice in one day, pretty hard. Like my knee wasn't allowing me to lock it in place when I was standing in a store. So I fell down twice in the same day. And I went in to just make sure I didn't damage the knee component because that's expensive. And if I need a new knee, I need them to order it and then me to go back into an appointment for them to attach it to my prosthesis. Cat fights, right? Am I right? And so I went in and he said, well, all this foam is inside this knee, so we're going to just take it out. And I was like, no, that isn't what we're doing. That's not okay. I'm not leaving here. So he duct taped it back into place. And then he had to go back into the workshop for I don't know. I was there for a whole morning and I left in worse shape than when I went there because all I wanted to make sure was that my knee thing was not broken and that I didn't break a part off so it couldn't lock in place, and it never happened before. I've always had the same kind of knee for my 20s and my 30s now. I know how to use this knee. It's second nature. And so he wanted to make a cover that wasn't continuous. And so unfortunately, I had to be very stern and say, that is not what I want. That is not why I came in here. This is unacceptable. And they got pissed at me. Or not pissed, but they got annoyed that they had done something and it took them hours and I told them it was wrong and they don't like that. specifically men don't like me telling them what to do with my legs. And I think that could be a different video. My friend said that was a really excellent topic, but at the time I was so frustrated that I was like, no, I'm just going to wait until this is fixed, and then I can focus on like writing up an article on my blog, or, you know, sit down and make a video. So maybe I'll do that next. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a whole bunch of videos right now and fill up your inbox. What was I even saying? Yeah, so that was like the only issue I've had in the past few months. I've had that sore on the right side. It's basically healed now, but since I walk every day, I walk for a long time, it's really hard on your body when your residual limbs have a lot of scar tissue. And I know this video is just me blabbering on, and I understand if no one cares, but it's kind of nice to talk about it. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. And I think the only other thing is that I have ordered new silicone liners, and that was at the appointment where they had messed up my legs, and I haven't responded yet. Now it's February, so I don't know. This seems to always happen to me. I lost my prosthetist. She went to a different location here in my city, and I could easily transfer, but right now there's no reason to do that, and I need them to order the silicone liners that I wear with my prosthesis. I don't think she would be able to do that from her new location. She might be able to, but I think for consistency's sake, it makes more sense for them to order it, because they were the ones who had these legs made over the last year-ish. Or they weren't made last year. They were made in 2016, but whatever. So I haven't had a lot of issues. I haven't had a lot of thoughts on what to do, or time, or energy. And this sounds like a lot of excuses, but sometimes you just want to do nothing, and you just want to watch TV and relax and deal with your cats fighting all the time. But so if anyone is interested, back to my original point here, I'm trying not to be so tangential. I don't know what I'm saying. Too many tangents for this video, but whatever. So if anyone is interested in kind of having me film some fitness videos, or just kind of like adaptive fitness, what I do, I may or may not have filmed it, and if I have, I'll make sure to kind of like sync them up and include it in this kind of catch-up really, really long video. Oh my god, it's 17 minutes, I'm sorry. But yeah. So that was a little bit of a catch-up. I will definitely let everyone know if I will be speaking at the National Convention. It was great to meet people last year. Last year was the first year I even met like other amputees, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, subscribe below. I don't know how many videos I will do like on a consistent basis, but as things come to me, I will definitely post them. Yeah, I will talk to everyone later. Bye!